Since 2005, Cambodia Town Inc., CAMCC, and other organizations produced the Cambodian New Year Parade. This was the first Cambodian parade outside Cambodia. It has served as a unifying force for the Cambodians of Long Beach.
It's a massive undertaking to coordinate a parade, requiring hundreds of volunteers and tens of thousands of dollars. Each year, a dedicated group of Cambodians work on this.
The night before the first parade, it rained, and it wouldn't stop raining. We thought the parade was doomed. But less than an hour before the start of the parade, the sky cleared up and the sun came out.
This is a wonderful day in the city of Long Beach. Our Cambodian community is having its first parade. People are excited. There are people all over each side of the street, and we are delighted that this is happening finally in our city. We're very proud of this day.
It gives me cold chill to this day. People start showing up along the street in their hundreds. I remember riding in a car and seeing thousands of adults and children waving their Cambodian and American flags. They were so proud for both cultures. Many of us were moved to tears watching the Apsara dancer and Pinpit musicians marching down the street.
Happy New Year!
Over the years, we had a lot of different themes and beautiful floats that took hundreds of volunteers to make. The themes have included Lakhon Khao and the kings of the Khmer Empire, such as J. Varaman VII, Surya Varaman II, and even the founder of the Khmer Empire in the 1st century, Queen Soma.
From that time, we worked even harder to ensure that the next generation of Cambodian Americans would have the opportunity to understand and take pride in their cultural roots. In 2008, Dr. Sue Needham started the Cambodia Town Culture Festival. This all-day event started where the parade ended. It showcased handicrafts, music, traditional arts, and dance. Many community-based organizations joined to educate and inform the attendees.
Long Beach is one of the most culturally diverse cities in the United States, and these two events made Cambodian culture accessible to everyone. Over the years, parade participants have included Samoa, African Americans, Laotian, Hmong, Chinese, Latino American, Japanese, and the Aztec groups, to name a few. The parade has always been about unity within our own communities, and it was wonderful to see many communities joining in.
Long Beach is the home of the largest population of Cambodians outside of Southeast Asia. For years, a group of us wanted the heart of the Cambodian area of Long Beach to be designated as Cambodia Town, the first in the world. Despite our efforts, we couldn't get the needed support from the community or City Hall. The parade changed things. It showed the city how a Cambodian event could unite the different Cambodian businesses and organizations. It highlighted our community in a very public way.
I feel great because knowing that this is our first annual parade and showing that Cambodian society do have a powerful community where we can all pull together and make a wonderful parade.
Thank you very much.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
On July 3, 2007, Cambodia Town officially became a designated business and cultural district within the city of Long Beach. It took 7 long years of hard work to convert the city of Long Beach. We didn't do this alone. It involved organizing from a variety of Cambodian community members and other organizations. But honestly, it was the parade that showed the city the uniqueness of the Cambodians. Some years, there wasn't enough funding, so the parade was held on a much smaller scale along a residential street. This was the case for the past few years, but we were determined in 2020 to bring the parade back in full force. We wanted to see it once again along Anaheim Street in the heart of Cambodian town.
Next year, I promise you individuals, we're not going to have a parade here in the park. We're going to go up and down Anaheim. We're going to take all of Anaheim. And we're going to let the city know we're just as much of this city as all the other cultures we have in the city of Long Beach. So you guys get ready for the big parade next year. That's right. You know, when Mr. Andrews said, we'll get it done.
Then the COVID-19 struck. We were forced to cancel the parade and festival for the first time in 15 years. But we did not give up. We will carry on our proud tradition by doing our first virtual parade and culture festival. The spirit of Apsara was to be the theme for 2020.
In Khmer mythology, the Apsaras were born from the battle between the Devatas and Asuras, which is referred to as the churning of the sea of milk. Mera, the queen of Apsaras, is dressed in white as a symbol of purity, represents the ideal Khmer woman. She is believed to be the mother of all Khmers. Another legend tells of the union between Mera and a Brahmin named Kampu. Together, they founded the kingdom of Khmer or Kampuchea. For dancers, performing the Apsara dance and as Mera is a huge honor and is not taken lightly. I believe all Khmer women inhabit the spirit of Apsara as it is embedded in our origins. For me, Apsara is a symbol of peace, beauty, and resilience.
This year, to honor the spirit of Apsara, we ask for volunteers who are not real dancers to perform. They would march in the parade while doing simple dance movements. The elaborate Apsara costume would be authentically made in Cambodia by the best artisans and shipped here, specifically tailored for each woman. It would be their opportunity and honor to be an Apsara for one day in their life.
To me, being an Apsara is to be graceful, powerful, and beautiful. And for me, it was an opportunity to step outside of myself, my comfort zone, and to embrace my femininity and showcase the beauty of the Cambodian culture.
So it was really important for me to be an Apsara in this year's parade because when I was younger, I used to be a dancer myself. But I started off performing Opalokai and Jumpo, and so I always got really excited and I admired all the older girls that got to perform Apsara because it's such a revered role in the dance community. So when you first think of Cambodian classical dance, the first thing you think of is Apsara. So I just feel very fortunate that I get to be in this event and I get to perform and dress in full costume.
When the parade was canceled, I was really disappointed. My daughter's a dancer and she was actually going to perform the Apsara for the parade, and so it was an opportunity for the both of us to dress up together. And so that's 2 generations of Cambodian American dressed up and representing our culture, so we were really disappointed when it was canceled.
Once Cambodia Town Inc. decided to put together a virtual festival and culture parade, we decided on a plan. The group would perform a very simple dance for the video, and the ladies would be in Apsara for that day.
ខ្ញុំមានមោទនភាពណាស់ដែលខ្ញុំអាចចូលរួមបានក្នុងកម្មវិធីនេះ ហើយក៏កិត្តិយសមួយសម្រាប់រូបខ្ញុំដែរបានចូលរួមជាមួយក្រុមអប្សរាក្រុមខ្មែរខ្ញុំមិនដែលនឹកឃើញថាខ្ញុំអាចក្លាយជាអប្សរាក្នុងវ័យនេះទេខ្ញុំជាម្ដាយដែលមានកូន6នាក់និងជាដូនមានចៅ7នាក់ទៀតខ្ញុំចង់បង្ហាញដល់ពិភពលោកថាយើងអាចធ្វើអ្វីៗក៏បានដែរប្រសិនបើយើងពិតជាចង់ធ្វើមែន
So being an Apsara in front of an international audience, I feel very humbled and very grateful. I know it takes a lot of work and discipline to even become a dancer and to even perform as an Apsara. So for me, this is like a visual display of my appreciation and love for my community, not just in Long Beach, but for my community abroad as well, my peers and family overseas. So I'm really excited to do this performance.
យពី